Hello everybody, hope you're all doing well. In this video I'm talking about a huge Kimi Antonelli penalty update, as well as what's going on with Red Bull in Zandvoort. So let's start with Antonelli. Now each driver is permitted a capped amount of various power unit parts for the season. However, two separate technical issues for Antonelli have left Mercedes resigned to the fact that the Italian will need to exceed the limit before the end of the campaign. And if you exceed the limit, you take a penalty. Now in Belgium we saw drivers take 10-place grid penalties like Lando Norris, for example, for going over the limit on one component. Now earlier on during the Zandvoort weekend, Antonelli confirmed that he would take a grid penalty at the next round in Monza, but it wasn't known how severe that penalty would be. But it's now been revealed that Antonelli is set to start at the back of the grid in Monza, with Mercedes team boss Toto Wolff saying in Zandvoort, "We need big points. Kimi is going to probably lose some in Monza starting in the back, so hopefully we can pocket some here." Now make sure to subscribe so you don't miss my Formula 1 content and are kept up to date with F1 news. All your support is incredible, and thank you so much for helping me reach over 50,000 subscribers. Now you can overtake in Monza, but still starting at the back is not ideal, and as Toto Wolff said, it's essential that the team score as many points as possible in Zandvoort this weekend. And qualifying in Zandvoort was decent for the Mercedes team. I mean, while McLaren's Lando Norris took pole, George Russell is in P2, while Antonelli is in P3. And speaking about the team's second and third place qualifying results, Wolff said, as quoted by Sky F1, "Solid. At times we were a bit worried that we would slip out of the top 1, 2, and the end it's a P2 and a P3 with tiny little mistakes, but it's a good starting point for tomorrow." George had the upper hand, I would say, a little bit. Kimi had a mistake in sector 1, so that would have probably cost him a tenth or so, but the same with George in the last sector. The stopwatch never lies. But let's move on to Red Bull, and they have been absolutely nowhere during the Zandvoort Grand Prix weekend. I mean, in the sprint race, Verstappen only ended up in 6th place, while Liam Lawson didn't get points, and in qualifying, Verstappen is only 7th, while Lawson qualified in 8th. Now in terms of Lawson only, I think he's done an excellent job this weekend. As we know, he's been driving for the sister team this year, but with Isaac Hadjar unable to compete for Red Bull this weekend due to a wrist injury, Lawson was promoted into the main Red Bull team. And he's been fairly close to Verstappen's pace all weekend, which isn't easy to do, and he was only a 10th off Verstappen in qualifying, so for Lawson on his own, I think he's done a really good job. But for the Red Bull team to only have a car that can go 7th and 8th fastest is not the standard they are used to. They will want to be higher up the grid, but it's clear that car has its issues in Zandvoort. And speaking about what's going wrong, Verstappen said, as quoted by Sky F1, "We changed quite a bit after the sprint, and it didn't make any difference. The balance was pretty much the same as what I had all weekend, so it didn't really allow me to push or feel comfortable with the car. So that's then the position you're in." And when asked, can Red Bull try something different in the race, Verstappen replied, "I don't know. Difficult to say at the moment when you're just lacking pace. Just need to try and do our own race to see if it's positive or not." Now this is a shame for Verstappen. I mean, it's his home Grand Prix, and on top of that, it's the last time Zandvoort will be on the calendar, with it coming off at the end of this year. And it looks like Verstappen is in for his worst Grand Prix at the circuit since it came onto the calendar in 2021. I mean, rain may change things, but if it doesn't come, I think Verstappen is going to have a difficult Grand Prix. But that's going to be the video from me. Thank you ever so much for watching. Make sure to like and subscribe for more videos, and until the next one, take care. Bye.